Thanks, Jackie. The other big story I wanted to discuss, we've spoken about this over the years, how big players like Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar head to Saudi Arabia. Big pay packets that they receive too.
Huge, eye-watering.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Forever money.
And this has been happening more and more over the years. Sadia Chowdhury now has a report, so yeah, take a look at this.
Brad doesn't live in Dubai, but hopping over to this playground popular among Premier League footballers is no big deal. He's 21 and lives and plays professional football in Saudi Arabia.
All the big players are starting to come here and the league's growing, and obviously it's all good for me, getting learning experience after experienced players. It's not like the Welsh League or League Two that I played in, or even academy football. These players are all experienced and they know their stuff.
That's because Brad plays in a league which includes names like Ronaldo, Benzema and Neymar.
The money side is good, but if you look at the standard of the league and the players of the league, it's probably better than top 5 leagues if you look at that in example. So I didn't just do it for the money, I done it for the experience living abroad. I done it for, it will better my career playing with these players, and establish myself in this league. I can establish myself anywhere around the world.
These two football agents say there is a growing trend as younger footballers now head to the Middle East.
It's going to be everybody's dream and aspiration to say, like, we want to go somewhere where we're going to be looked after, not only looked after on a personal level, but financially. And the financial rules they're immense, which is going to be very difficult for anybody to compete with. And that's what we're seeing right now.
They've now got the 2034 World Cup in Saudi Arabia, and I think we'll just continue to see the investment and the major uplift of influx of both players and the development of younger players as well.
I'm 22 years old. I'm a striker for Peterborough United in League One.
Ricky-Jade Jones has been playing football since he was 9. He says footballers in the top leagues need to have options.
You've always got to think that. You can never think for 1 second that you've made it, because everything can change just like that. So it's always about having a plan B, something to fall back on after football. So obviously you've got football as your main priority, but anything can happen.
There's still just a handful of UK players in the Middle East. But if this win-win setup really works, that number could change very soon. Sadia Chowdhury, Sky News.
Interesting, this one, isn't it, Jax? Because you think the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe they go to the Middle East to finish off a career, big pay packets. So the other way round, I've not really heard that line before.
Yeah, it's actually quite hard to understand, because most footballers say they want to go to clubs to win things, or they want to play at the highest level, or they want to play in the Champions League. And then actually when a really lucrative paycheck comes along, they don't want any of those things at all. And I interviewed Alexander Mitrovic, who used to play for Fulham, and Ruben Neves, who used to play for Wolves in the Premier League, which is obviously, you know, one of the biggest leagues, best leagues in the world, who both moved to Al Hilal in Saudi to play their football. And Ruben Neves is quite young, he's sort of mid-20s. But it was purely a lifestyle thing. It was purely, you know, I have doubled or tripled my money.
Oh, wow.
I get to spend a lot of time with my kids because they can't play football in the middle of the day there. So everything kind of is around the night time. You know, you train at night, you play matches at night when it's a bit cooler, so they get a lot of free time in the day. And actually Neymar plays for their club as well. And when we were doing the interview, he popped up and was waving. For footballers towards the end of their career and, you know, wanting to be part of a project, starting something new and getting something off the ground, you know, maybe like Neymar, but definitely like Ronaldo, who's, you know, been sold the dream. I get it, you know, I do get it. But if you are at the sort of beginning of your career, you know, I don't totally
it's
understand
really
it, unless it's
interesting.
totally a monetary decision and you're not getting the opportunities perhaps to play here.
Follow the opportunity. Oh, well, we'll see. Jackie, thank you very much. Still lots to come on The Breakfast Show, of course.